G'day, friends and fans. Welcome to Writing Corner. How to write better characters. Today we're going to be talking about the protagonist. Now, this is my writing journey, and I'm your host, the author, David Applegate, author of the books The Boyhood of Cade, Power Games, and Into the Elves Mound. Now, before I begin, I'd like to remind you that this channel is sponsored by you, the viewing audience, so could you please like, share, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and of course, share the links. It's the only way to beat the algorithms and get all right. Yes. Get this out to more people, please. And thank you. Appreciate the support, as I really need it, as the algorithms really suppress anybody who isn't already established, part of the mainstream, or what they call the cultural conscience. It's a shame, but they have people who control YouTube, X, etc. The gatekeepers of facts and reality. They don't care about the creators. They care about how much advertising they can get onto your eyeballs. They don't care what you like. And that's why there's so much contention right now. People are suffering under the yoke of what Zuckerberg thinks you should be watching, and Elon isn't exactly inspiring enough confidence yet, particularly with the European Union breathing down his neck and all the censorship happy jerks. So it's a really poor time to be a new creator, because the competition is in a saturated market is such that growth is hard for most people to achieve. So if I sound like a broken record begging you for help, well, yes, because it's the only way I can get through to people. It doesn't seem to dawn on people on their own to lift someone else up organically. I just don't understand why that seems to be a problem. Why people don't want to share or like or do anything. Anyway, this comes from an article on my Patreon, my writing Patreon. Links in the description. Now, to write better characters, I've covered this before, you need to develop the character. You need to know, people need to know who or what the character is and stands for. And once you've done all that, once you've combined all the tips in the past, there are two things that are essential when developing a protagonist. The first, they're not perfect. They don't have to be perfect. They're not perfect specimens of humanity. Often, flawless characters tend to be the most boring. Look at Superman, how the only way to make him interesting is to give him constant challenges to overcome his one flaw. Well, two flaws, actually. He's all but baitable by his morality to save the innocent and uphold justice. And the other one, of course, is kryptonite. So, great characters struggle. They fail before they emerge triumphantly from their encounters. Believable characters are just as flawed and fallible as real-life people. Now, of course, second is a good character changes. This is called a character arc. The most famous, of course, is called The Hero's Journey. So played to death that it's become such a cliche alongside The Chosen One, yet some of the best stories of all time still are Chosen One narratives because they invoke religious fervor in people who aren't religious. And of course, people longing for a belief and a hero above them will cling to these characters. But a change in the main character is a decision that you have to make. It can be intentional, not to progress your character. Depends on the story. If it's well written, yes. But change doesn't have to be dramatic. Doesn't have to be life-altering. Doesn't have to be a moral lesson every, like Saturday morning cartoons, which is why so many ran out of steam very quickly because they couldn't meet their PSA requirements. You have failed cartoons in the 90s. They were meeting PSAs over and over again. They were struggling till they ditched the moral lessons in exposition form and went for the basic fundamentals that we see today of the Friends get together. It's the Friends model. If you've seen Friends, you've seen every Saturday morning cartoon since the mid-90s. There's a problem. Group of friends overcome it. They argue. They bet. They go their separate ways. But by the next show, there's no progress. There's no real change. So, if you do it right, characters don't progress. But there's still that character change. It's just in, let's call it monster of the day type stories or police procedural. Those changes aren't permanent. Nothing's permanent. Everything is episodic. You take episode 1 and episode 50, leave everything out, and nobody will notice a difference. You see that with many soap operas. But it does have to be also changed for the better. So keep that in mind. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe if you've done so already. Please support the channel. You can support me on Ko-Fi, Patreon, buy my books, buy my merch. All my links are in the link tree. You can find the links in the description on Rumble and YouTube. And you can find the links in my profile on X. Please and thank you. I shall see you all in the next video. Bye for now.